Hello, welcome back to Interdependent Study. I am your host and accountability buddy, Kimberly Logan. Today we are looking at Chapter 5 of Just Sit, the meditation guidebook for people who know they should but don't, written by Sukey and Elizabeth Novogratz and illustrated by Niege Borges. I am excited to share with you today some sitting techniques and postures and mudras. Oh, wait, are we getting to mudras today? Yes, we are. That's exciting. That's what do you do with your hands, basically. So, starting out with how to sit. And I know that this whole book is about sitting, so this might be the most important chapter. There are people, not you of course, who don't, or can't, or won't meditate because it's too uncomfortable. But that is because of that age-old legend that says you have to sit in a certain way to meditate properly. We are here to tell you that that is not true. But we are also here to tell you that how you sit helps immensely. Life is a paradox, didn't you know? Posture is powerful. You don't have to be in agony, but a little discomfort goes a long way in terms of alertness, energy, and connection. A lot of magic happens when you plug in and plug in correctly. As much as we hate a rule, sitting with intention will connect you to the secrets of the universe, whereas slumping on the couch may cause dullness and apathy. How to sit. Are your shoulders slumping? Are they at your ears? Is your jaw tense? Are you clenching your fists? Are you tapping your foot, twirling your hair, biting your lip? How aware are you of what you are doing with your body? If you can't connect to your body, how are you going to connect to your emotions, your thoughts, your heart, your soul? Connecting to the body isn't hard, but it's something you have to do consciously, or you and your body will drift apart, or, God forbid, consciously uncouple. And nobody wants that. A body scan meditation. Why not connect with your lovely body? Try this when you are feeling unmoored. First, take a seat, or, if possible, lie down. Close your eyes. Rest your hands on your stomach. Now take a couple of deep belly breaths to ground yourself. Breathe in through your feet all the way up to the top of your head and out the crown. Exhale back through your body down to your feet. What does the left leg feel like? The right? Are they heavy, light, tense, relaxed, restless? Simply take notice. Move on to your ankles, your feet, each of your toes. Imagine a submarine exploring inside of you and watch as it tours around your whole body. By the way, there was a movie in the 80s that did that. It was pretty cool. Number 10, allow the submarine to travel through your stomach, arms, fingers, hands, funny bones, shoulders, elbows, neck, back, head, face, and nose. When you find yourself daydreaming about your next meal, gently bring yourself back to your body and your breath. Do this for 7 minutes or 7 hours. Feel every nook and cranny of your body. Feel the tense spots, the stored emotions, the old aches and pains, the new black and blues, the forgotten memories, the undiscovered treasures, and the genuine joy that comes from connection. It will feel amazing. Just saying. I've done that before. Not for 7 hours, certainly not. But a really good body scan, and we do this for theater quite a bit, really connects you with where you are now, which can be confronting and a little uncomfortable. And you may not have been taught as a child to be happy with discomfort, but it really is just a sign of growth. So welcome it. Postures for all my friends. Note, none of these are ways that you have to sit. They are merely suggestions that have worked for people for the past 5,000 years. Bendy Betty. Full lotus. A good posture for Betty and her pals, but for most of us, it's a pipe dream because our hips are tight and they won't even let us consider it. But for those of you who can do it, it's an uber pose and has been for thousands of years. If you can get yourself there, do it. You'll feel energized, alive, and open to the world. Half Betty, or half lotus. Easier than a full lotus, but it still might be tough for peeps with tight hips or creaky knees. Definitely give it a try, and if your foot can't make it to your thigh, try the calf, quarter lotus. Over time, it'll get easier to reach the thigh. Pre-K Betty, cross-legged, an oldie but a goodie. Most of us learned this one in kindergarten, and some of us haven't sat this way since, but it's a great posture for those who can't quite contort themselves into a lotus or half lotus, but are still comfortable sitting on the ground with crossed legs. Personally, I sit with my legs crossed way too much because I'm usually sitting in an office chair when I do it. Not the best for your body. Straight up Betty. Burmese position. If you feel like you are slouching while sitting cross-legged, try the Burmese position. Legs in front, but with calves and feet on the floor or cushion. Sister Betty. Kneeling. If you're into kneeling, try a bench, or you can use a pillow or yoga bolster. Seated Betty. Sitting in a chair. For some people, the floor is a no-go zone, but not to worry, because that's why chairs were invented. To meditate in a chair properly, your feet need to be touching the ground. If they don't reach, prop them with a book or a box. Sit away from the back of the chair so that you aren't resting against it. Don't let it go to your head, Betty. Upside down. There are lots of ways to get upside down. Headstand, handstand, yoga swing, hammock on the couch, anti-gravity boots, hang from a pull-up bar or a tree. Really, any way you can get there is great, even if it's only for 30 seconds. Being upside down is anti-aging, changes your perspective, improves mood, decreases back pain, improves brain function, decreases anxiety and stress, makes you laugh, decreases varicose veins, and increases focus. 90-degree angle Betty. Legs on the wall. Lie on the floor with your legs up against the wall. Great for easing stress, reducing lower back pain, lessening anxiety, calming the nerves, and reducing swelling. Steady, Betty. Standing, also known as Tadasana. Good for crowded train rides, long lines, and anywhere you are stuck on your feet. Finally, Rebel Betty. No posture. Twirl like a Sufi dancer, stomp like a shaman, sway with the music, or just plain move. Good for lifting the spirits, increasing joy, and finding your groove. And if you are familiar with Gretchen Rubin and the 4 tendencies, you recognize that rebel is one of the tendencies, and that can help you get into a yoga practice without all the rules, because as a rebel, you want to break the rules or have really, 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 really good reasons. No, that's the upholder. There's a whole book about it. It's good. Gretchen Rubin, The 4 Tendencies. Sit like a swami. Hints for a better sit. Be where your body is. You can get as much out of meditation in a chair as you can in any pose, as long as you are focused and present. You can sit on the couch, but try not to sit like a sack of potatoes. If you go into it like a slob, what do you think you'll get out of it? We don't recommend lying down unless you have a medical condition that requires it. Often, lying down makes it too easy to get tired or fall asleep. But hey, if it does work for you, then go ahead. It helps to pretend that there is a string coming out the top of your head. Let it pull you up like a puppet coming to life. Once your head is up, keep it there with the support of the imaginary string. That is another technique that we frequently use here and visualize in acting, is you picture that string right at the crown of your head pulling you straight up, and suddenly all your vertebrae align and your posture is amazing, and then you find yourself slumping again. But if you can imagine that string there the whole time, or a crown on your head that you don't want to fall off, or if you remember the comportment school where they would have ladies walk around with books on their head, anything that keeps you thinking up. And the string image is really great because a book or a crown can kind of make you feel like there's something pushing down on you and you have to be still to keep it there, but the string pulling you up can really elongate your spine. We will be right back with some mudras, which is essentially, what do I do with my hands? Give me a hand. Hands can rest gently on the thighs with palms up or down. If you want to create more of an intention with your hands, then opt for a mudra. Mudras are a form of prayer, a way of carrying your intent in your meditation. Traditionally, the hands were given mudras to create a certain energy, which is far more effective than letting them flop around like a couple of fish. Dhyana mudra. The left hand lies under the right, and the thumbs kiss. This mudra is good for fragile mental states, hangovers, sad sots, or people on the verge. Apan mudra. Place the thumb, middle finger, and ring finger together and extend the index finger and pinky. This is good for those in need of a detox, a metabolism boost, a soul cleansing, or just a good cry. I also like to refer to this one as the Lama mudra because it looks like a llama with his ears. The Jhana mudra. Place the tip of the thumb on the index finger in the OK position. Then point the other 3 fingers toward the sky. This mudra is good for good energy, good juju, good vibrations, and generally a good life. The chin mudra. Place the tip of the thumb on the index finger in the OK position, but let the other 3 fingers point down. This mudra is good for amnesiacs and people with foggy brains. Think pregnant women, heavy drinkers, and potheads. Not necessarily in that order. Prawn mudra. Place the thumb, ring finger, and pinky together and extend the index and middle fingers. This is good for alertness, assertiveness, confidence, and vitality. It's like liquid courage without the hangover. And finally, jazz hands. Place both hands by the face with palms spread and facing out. Good for laughter and forgetting. It's also how you clap for deaf people. A handy meditation, aka meditate with a mudra. Very simply, choose a mudra, close your eyes, focus on your breath. Notice that when your mind wanders, your hand will drop the mudra. When your hand releases, come back to the breath and the mudra. Meditation, aches and pains. I know some folks, not you, will say that the way I sit when I meditate causes me discomfort, more than just a little, more than that bit that provides alertness. Here are some examples and ideas to alleviate that. First, stiff knees. If you have stiff knees, sit cross-legged on your cushion with a yoga block or cushion under each knee to support them. Achy back. You can place your cushion against the wall with a bolster perpendicular to the cushion so that your back is supported against the bolster. Add yoga blocks or cushions under your knees for even more support. Sore shoulders. Rest your hands on a rolled up blanket on your lap. This will release the pressure from your shoulders. This is a good one for me. Pointy ankles. Roll a blanket lengthwise and place it underneath your ankles and feet when you sit cross-legged. Got tight hips? Also a good one for me. If possible, sit in the Burmese position and place sandbags on each thigh. The yoga type of sandbags, not the hurricane type of sandbags. They will help to stabilize your seat, open up your hips, and prepare you for the big day when you can do lotus. Sleepy feet. Keep your feet flexed if they have a tendency to snooze. That one is also something I was very excited to learn about because my feet often fall asleep when I meditate, and those little tingling pins and needles can be really frustrating. Some more quick fixes for discomfort. Are your hips above your knees? If not, lower the knees. Is your spine straight? If not, sit up and remember that strength. Is your core engaged? If not, take a deep belly breath. That will wake it up. Are you a ball of tension? If so, relax. Easier said than done, but that is what meditation can help you do. and we will be back in just a moment for our closing meditation. We'll see you, and we'll be about 6 to 7 minutes depending on the music. All right. So we are going to do a quick body scan. Oops, had to put the book on the floor. So find yourself in a comfortable position, if it is safe to do so. Close your eyes so you can't see me taking this sip of tea. Start with a cleansing breath. If you want, put your hand on your heart and your other hand on your belly. Deep breath in through your nose. We're going to let it out on a sigh. One more time. If you want to get yourself into a mudra and you can remember one of them, go for it. Otherwise, hands in your lap, palms up or down. And envision the breath coming from the center of the earth up through your feet, traveling all the way up through your calves, your knees, your legs, your hips, your torso, your chest, your shoulders, your neck, and out the top of your head. Every inhale, let your breath get a little deeper, a little slower. And the exhale, a little longer. Take a few deep breaths with that image of the breath traveling through the body. With your next inhale, focus on your right ankle bone. Gently place your energy right there where your foot and your leg meet. Did the action of placing your focus there change anything? Does it feel tight or loose, hot or cold? Breathe into your right ankle bone and observe. With your next inhale, shift the focus to your left shin bone. What does the front of your left lower leg feel like? If you're wearing pants, can you feel the clothing on your shin? Are there any sensations? With your next inhale, bring the focus to your left knee. Is it bent in a cross-legged position? Are you standing up? Can you feel where all those nerves meet? What about the back of your knee? On your next inhale, shift the focus to your right knee. Does it feel different than your left knee? Is it more stiff? No judgments, just observations. On your next inhale, move the focus of your breath and your attention to your hips or your whole pelvic girdle. The center area of your body where your legs meet your middle. What's the energy like swirling around? If you were to give it a color, what would it be? On your next inhale, gently move up the body to your solar plexus, right dead center of the chest. Can you feel it rising with your inhales? Is it open or tight, wide or narrow? On your next inhale, feel the air in your throat. Envision the entire neck area. Inside and outside. There's a lot going on there. Is your throat open? Are your vocal cords tired? Do your vertebrae feel tight and compressed? See if you can't lift that string at the top of your head a little bit and create just a bit more space in your neck. more deep inhale to the throat and neck area. And then allow your awareness to move up to your eyes. Allow them to soften. Allow the muscles to relax. Allow your third eye to relax. And allow your awareness to simply hover around the eyes. With the next exhale, allow the meditation to be released. If you're holding a mudra, you can release that. And when you're ready, allow the eyes to open. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you learned something today. If you did, feel free to drop a comment on Facebook or YouTube. And join me next week where we will continue on Chapter 5, the body electric, and we will get into some additional solutions for those aches and pains, some questions you might ask, and more. And until then, let's be independent together.